Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Kelvin Sampson Court. Sean Ryan sitting along with as we get set for Montana Tech and LC State here in beautiful Butte, Montana. LC State, the Warriors, come to Butte with a 13-8 overall record. They are 4-6 in conference play, just one game ahead of Montana Tech, who is 3-7 in Frontier Conference play and 13-9 overall. The Orediggers lost a tough one to fall to 3-8 in Frontier play just the other evening against Montana Western. With a tip, LC State will pick up the first possession of the ball game, and Mason Williams will get it to start. Haley Crawford both got the start tonight, their first starts for Montana Tech. Crawford will have it over to Landeck. Landeck over to Coverdale. 9:37 left to go here in this first quarter. Ball's going to be tipped around and stolen away by LC State. That was Jocelyn Blackman with the takeaway. Blackman holds it high above her head. They'll kick it out. Long three-point shot by Lauren Johnson, the senior out of Kashmir, Washington. Able to put LC State up 3-0 on the scoreboard. Landeck will try to answer, and she does from the left wing. It's 3-3 with 9:05 left to go here in the first. Johnson over to Blackman. Blackman, she'll hold it, bobble it, hand it off into the hands of Souvenir. Souvenir with it. Under the direction of Coach Brian Orr, he'll call out a play. That's Haley Turner with it over on the left-hand side. Johnson, she'll drive in, get a lane, drops it off on the inside, and Brittany Tackett will be heading to the free throw line for a pair of throws. The Warriors are receiving votes in the latest NAIA poll. They're coming off of a weekend split against MSU Northern and a loss at the University of Providence. First one is up and good for Tackett. The Warriors are led in scoring by Peyton Souvenir, who averages just over 10 points per game. As that free throw is off the mark, rebound comes down to Williams. That's her second carom collected of the ball game. It's 4-3, LC State leading by 1. 8:33 left to go here in the first. Coverdale drives all the way down the baseline, and she dribbled on the baseline. This is an LC State team that is coached by Brian Orr. Coach Orr is in his 17th season. Leading the Warriors. Got his coaching start Joplin Inverness, who co-ops with the hometown of Coach Carlison and Chester in Class C basketball action nowadays in north central Montana. He's had coaching stops at Sims, along with Lewistown. It's Fergus County High School, if you want to get technical. Landeck on the left-hand wing. She'll have it. Over to Williams. Williams not afraid to fire, and she puts the Diggers up 6-4. And a takeaway by Montana Tech as they throw it over left-hand side. Landeck, she'll fire from 15, and it's good. It's 8-4 on your scoreboard as LC State responds. It's 9-6 on the scoreboard. It should be 8-6 as the Diggers have hit 2 threes and a 2. A shot is up, and we've got a foul called against Brittany Tackett, the forward post listed on LC State's women's roster at 6 foot out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Prepped at Coeur d'Alene High School. Nine to 6 your score. It's 10-6, Montana Tech leading LC State. 7:18 left to go here in the first. Into the high post. Shot is up, and we will have a foul against Montana Tech. Brittany Tackett hitting the deck hard. as she's going to have to come out of this game, it looks like, at the 7:12 mark. Sub will check in for LC State. LC State did not bring a trainer on the trip. It's 10-6 as we come back from that short break. Tackett gets helped to the end of the bench. Montana Tech's trainer is going to check on her as Abby Johnson, the 6'2 freshman, steps into the ball game and heads to the 15-foot line where she makes the first. The second one is good, and it is 10-8. Montana Tech leading after LC State took a 3-0 advantage. But the Diggers are able to tie it up with a Landeck triple as it ends up in the LC State bench area. Over on the left-hand side, they feed it in to the high post. Back out, Landeck triple. It's off the mark, tipped around, and it's going to be last touch by Potter. Checking in for Montana Tech is Kaylee Zard. As they throw it over to Crawford. Crawford in front of that Town Pump logo. They feed it into the low post, which is Coverdell. Landeck wide open. She'll space it out, and it's going to be a 2. About a half-inch away from scoring another 3-point basket for Montana Tech, but Landeck has found a rhythm early in this one. Inside to Blackman. Blackman going into the body of Kaylee Zard, and a whistle and a foul called against Peyton Souvenir. Coach Brian Orr looking to get a foul called against Kaylee Zard, saying that her hands weren't straight up. But the official tells him that he is not going to get that call, especially post-tense. 12-8 your score. That foul whistled against Souvenir. That's the second on LC State. One on Tackett, one on Souvenir. Landeck will drive against the zone. They feed it over to Coverdell. Coverdell to Coverdell. Back over to Crawford. To Landeck. She fires. That one's long. She comes down with the offensive rebound, and then she hits the deck. A lot of energy by Montana Tech in the early moments of this one. Blackman kicks it out. Souvenir, 3. That one's a fall-away jumper. It didn't draw any iron, but the LC State Lady Warriors will get the ball back. They'll reset. This was a team that just a year ago played in the NAIA National Championship, losing that one, but earning some respect for the Frontier Conference. A long 3. And it's not off in time. The shot clock never reset after Souvenir's triple attempt. So a shot clock violation is called. 12-8. Montana Tech leading LC State. 5:14 left to go here in the first. Driving down the left-hand side. They'll do a little weave action against the zone. Landeck gets a screen. Back over on the left-hand wing. Crawford. Driving down. Coverdell fires up a long one, and it'll be Montana Tech last touch by Montana Tech. LC State ball when we emerge. 12-8, Montana Tech up 4. as we come back from the break. It's 12-8. Montana Tech leading LC State. Johnson throws in the hands of Haley Turner. Turner. As they try to throw it inside to a cutting Abby Johnson, but it's not there. On the right-hand side, Williams. She'll pull up from 3, and it's good. Mesa Williams playing well for Montana Tech as they've built out a 7-point advantage early in this one. Johnson, she'll fire, trying to respond. It's off the mark, and Landeck pulled out another rebound. This is the best I've seen Landeck play, both energy and shooting percentage being determining factors. Zard tries the tough one. That's off the mark. Souvenir comes down at the board. She throws it ahead. Streaking down the floor was Henry. Back over to Souvenir. Souvenir, a freshman at a Catholic Washington. They'll hit the roll. It's Johnson. A tough follow-away 2 for Abby Johnson, the 6'2 freshman. And that cuts it to a 5-point ball game with 3:40 left to play here in the first. Another long shot put up, that one by Courtney Coverdale, and it is off the mark. Johnson, little step through move, and a foul called against Montana Tech. That's Abby Johnson, who will be heading to the free throw line. Free throw is good for LC State. It's 15-12. Montana Tech leading by 3. McGree working that weave option. They clear out. Potter, she'll roll into the lane as Coverdale hits from 15. Long pass over the top. Inside out. Johnson. That 3 is off the mark, and the rebound comes down to the Diggers. Sparks moving left, and she will go to the free throw line. Good job there by Sparks of drawing the foul call. (18-12), Montana Tech leading as Sparks is at the free throw line. And she goes 2 of 2. 7-point lead now. Driving across the lane, a travel against LC State. Coverdale looking to feed Potter on the inside. Potter, fall away with the right hand. That one's got a little too much on it. (19-12), Montana Tech leading by 7. 2 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. Johnson coming off double high picks, a little stagger screen there. They feed it inside. It's Burlage. Back out to Johnson. Johnson will back out. The Tech student section had a false count going. That nearly got a shot by LC State, but it didn't faze them as Lauren Johnson, 5'10" senior, connects from downtown. Both teams shooting pretty well to start this contest. Williams with it. High-low into Potter. Potter with the reverse. What a fantastic finish by Shea Potter. And the Diggers lead 21-15. Over on the left-hand side, the Warriors will have it. Long shot put up, and the Diggers get the board. Ball will be tipped out of bounds by LC State and stay with Montana Tech. Coverdale gets it taken away. LC State's on the fast break. Landeck does a good job of getting back. They force a missed layup with 32 seconds left. About a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Left-hand side, McGree, extra pass to Landeck from the corner. That one's short. Bounces around with 6 seconds left, and LC State clears the board. Haley Turner throws it down for half-court heave, and it's going to be no good by Delaney Henry. So that'll do it for your first quarter. It's 21-15. Montana Tech leading LC State by 6. Potter on the inside, the up and under. She goes up, gets it blocked, gets it back. On the outside, Crawford, little 15-foot runner, it's good. Lauren Johnson connects from downtown, 23-18. Now your score with 9:22 left to go. Coverdale gets stuck with it at the elbow. Down to McGree, over to Landeck. Landeck will find a little lane, put it up with the right hand. It's off the mark, kept alive by the Orediggers. The shot clock did not reset. Crawford, step back jumper. And LC State will be looking to push. Three-pointer by Haley Turner. And LC State's cut it to a 2-point ball game. The Diggers led by 6 at the end of the first quarter. In just a minute and 20-some seconds into this second quarter, LC State's cut it to a one-possession game. That one will head out of bounds. It'll go back to Montana Tech. Souvenir will check in. Lauren Johnson will check out. Mesa Williams and Molly Peoples check in. First actions for Peoples tonight. Turner with the left hand. Digger's having a tough time staying in front of her. It's 23 all. Crawford to Williams. Inside to Zard. Zard, the shot is missed. Souvenir driving in. Kick it back out. And a triple by Haley Turner forces a Montana Tech timeout. 26-23. LC State leading by 3. A quick answer for Montana Tech as Molly Peoples responds with a 3. Peeling the ball back towards the Kelvin Sampson court logo. They feed it in the high post. Trying to go a little high-low as Blackman was sealed down inside. Turner back out. Long 3 up and good. That's Hannah Burland. Boy, both teams lighting it up from downtown to start. As LC State is now 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. An illegal screen called on Kaylee Zard. Potter checks in. Zard checks out. That's the first on Potter. Excuse me, the first on Zard and the second on Montana Tech as a team. They get tied up with it. Souvenir will use her dribble. They feed it inside. Blackman loses it out of bounds. It'll be Montana Tech ball. free throw line. This one is up, and it is good. 29-27, LC State leading by 2. 5:49 left to go here in the second. And 2 for 2. Goes Shea Potter, and the Diggers are back within 1. Souvenir. She'll cross over, get in the lane. Little fall away jumper. Good for LC State. Peoples. Left-hand side to Landeck. Landeck. Find a little lane. 16-footer is good. And the Diggers are back within 1. 31-30, LC State leading by 1 as the Diggers get in the lane. And Crawford will have a breakaway layup to give Montana Tech a 1-point advantage. And a foul against Montana Tech right in front of their bench. They're going to call that against Molly Peoples. Good rebound chase down there by Crawford. She'll hand it off to Peoples. Peoples in the middle of the lane, kicks it back out to Williams. Williams drives in with the right hand. That one's off the mark. Rebound tracked down by Haley Turner. Souvenir, long pass over, and it's tipped away by Crawford. Peoples with the takeaway as shot clock was winding down. It'll be tipped around. It was batted up in the air and almost went in. And the Diggers will have to hustle back on the defensive end. Driving in, and a jump ball is the call. It'll stay with LC State. The Diggers are leading 32-31. 3:51 left to go here in the second. Fall-away jumper, no good. Rebound to Kaylin Coverdale. Shot is up, it's missed, and rebound to the Warriors. Lauren Johnson. They're looking to try and feed it inside to Tackett. They'll throw the long cross-court pass. Ends up in the hands of Turner. Turner on the inside to Delaney Henry, and Henry scores it. Sparks driving in the lane. And she will go to the line to shoot 2 as the official signals that she was on her way up. 33-32, 3:06 left to go here in this second quarter. 33-33, 2:59 left to go here in the second. The Warriors will reset their offense. They flash someone to the bucket as Sparks comes away with a steal. She's got the takeaway. Long, dangerous pass, and Henry threw it off the foot of Kaylin Coverdell. (33-33), 2:44 left to go here in the second. Montana Tech and LC State. LC State, a team receiving votes in the NAIA top 25. And they're going to say that was on the floor. That's against Kaylin Coverdell. Shot clock did reset. 2:27 left to go here in the second quarter. High-low action. Coverdell tips it away. It ends up in the hands of Zard. Sparks across the timeline, over left-hand side to Courtney Coverdell. Coverdell misses that one. The Diggers have gone cold in this last stretch of minutes. Another foul against Coverdell. That's the 5th team foul. We got 2 free throws coming for LC State. Mesa Williams checks back in. Peoples and Coverdell check out. Monica Landek also checks back in. Sparks to Coverdell. Coverdell across the lane. Zard will hand it off to her. Back over to Courtney Coverdell. Coverdell down to Sparks. Shot clock down to 7. Sparks will try a little jumper. It's off the mark. Nearly tied up. But it'll head down the other direction. 34-33. LC State with a 1-point advantage. 1.5 minutes left to play. Here in this first half at Kelvin Sampson Court. Sean Ryanson along with you. They drive down, and LC State gets an absolutely easy basket as Brittany Tackett was wide open underneath the bucket, and Turner was able to find her. Ball on the left-hand side. Coverdell driving in the lane. On the inside, and we got a foul call. Two free throws coming for Kaylee Zard. Shea Potter set to check in for the shooter with 54.1 seconds left, and LC State leading 36-34. Zard goes 2 of 2. On the left-hand side, shot clock winding down to 6. Johnson, long 3, and she cans it as the clock is ready to expire. 39-35, LC State leading by 4. 20 seconds left and the shot clock is turned off. Landek on a flare screen, she'll fire. The answer's not there. With 10 seconds left, the Warriors will have a look. Lauren Johnson working against Crawford. They try to tip it inside. They get it back in, and the shot is going to be missed at the buzzer. 39-35 at the end of 20 minutes. LC State with a 4-point lead. As we start the second half, it's LC State 39, Montana Tech 35. Potter on the inside, goes to the right hand, hook shot, it's up and it's good. Potter playing well for Montana Tech, as Blackman is able to score it easy. Very easily. 41-37, 9:30 left to go here in the third. Over on the left-hand side, ball's going to be tipped away. Souvenir really forcing some trouble out of Montana Tech. Potter on the inside, takes a half second. They double down on her. The shot is blocked, and it'll head back down for LC State, who makes an easy bucket. Wow, a tough finish there by Williams. Three-point play opportunity for Montana Tech. (43-41). Shot is up and it is good. And the Diggers are within one. Ball tipped away by Zard. Men's basketball coach Brandon Rinta will throw it back into the officials. His team will take the court in a short amount of time. And an arm bar called against Montana Tech. Souvenir with a tough runner with the left hand. Looking at LC State, they are a team who defeated Montana Tech on a buzzer beater on December 2nd. That was Tech's first home Frontier Conference game of the season. As Souvenir has it in the open court. She'll pull up from three. The left-hander makes it from the right-hand wing. And LC State has built down a 48-42 lead. Coverdell's work a little two-man game action. That's tipped out of bounds, and it will go back to the Warriors. It's an LC State team ranked 6th in the NAIA in free throw percentage. That's 74.4%. Just ahead of Montana Tech, who in that category is 11th in the NAIA, shooting 74%. Boy, Blackman able to stretch the floor once again, and she makes it a 9-point lead for LC State. 51-42, 7:14 left to go here in the third. Diggers will run a little handoff action back to that flare for Landeck, who hits it, coming out of the timeout. Over the top, Turner, she'll feed it into Blackman. Blackman moving left, Kearns back to the right. That one's missed, and Landeck comes away with it. She'll throw it to Crawford. Crawford, left-hand wing. Coverdell in the lane, goes up. Count the bucket. As the ball is hung up in the net. As if we can get a shot of that. Yep, there we go. It's stuck. If yours truly was down there, I might knock it out, but we've got a job to do up here. It's 51-47. As the athletic director, Matt Steppen, brings a ladder. He probably could have got up there without the ladder. That's teamwork right there, ladies and gentlemen. He gets a short amount of applause from the football players and from the Montana Tech women's bench. A little salute there too. Over on the left-hand side, driving down, and a travel is called against LC State. Driving in, Landeck with a tough finish over the top of Blackman. The Orediggers have cut it to 51-50, 5:58. Excuse me, 5:48 left to go here in the third. Trailing by 1, Johnson. Throw it over to Johnson, a little bumping there, no call. Souvenir drives it inside, it's tipped away, but it gets back to the Warriors. Shot clock did reset. Johnson, she'll fire from deep. Blackman, as they will get tied up with it, and Souvenir will pick up a foul. Diggers did a good job on the rebounds there. As Montana Tech's Shea Potter and Kaylee Zard are the two teams leading rebounder. They all both rank in the top 5 in the Frontier in rebounding. So you never miss much on the rebounding end when either one of them checks in. Landeck able to hit the runner. She's really got it going this evening as the Diggers take a lead. 52-51, and we got a foul against the Diggers. Landeck has got 17 points for Montana Tech. She's the leading scorer in the ball game. Johnson, that's Lauren Johnson, is the leading scorer for LC State. She's got 12. Potter defending well in the post, and Coverdell will come away with a loose ball. Landeck up and under for 2. She's feeling something tonight as a turnover for LC State. An immediate timeout on the floor is called. The Diggers have a 3-point lead, 54-51, with 4:37 left to go here in the third. (54-51), Montana Tech leading LC State. This is an LC State team who's receiving votes in the NAIA Top 25 poll. Diggers get back on defense. Johnson will work against Sparks. Sparks will force the turnover as Johnson just lost control of it. Mesa Williams checking in. Kaylin Coverdell checking out. Williams with a three. It didn't draw iron. It'll go out of bounds in favor of Montana Tech. Excuse me, LC State. Down across the lane. Long shot by Turner, and she hits. A deep two to pull LC State back within one. And a foul against LC State. That'll go against Lauren Johnson. Subs checking in for Montana Tech. Shea Potter will check out. And Kaylee Zard will check in. Courtney Coverdell checks out. And Molly Peoples checks in. Landak gets trapped. It's a dangerous pass, and Souvenir comes away with it. Left-hand side to a spot up three. That one's long. It'll rattle around a couple of times. Get tied up, and it's going to stay with LC State. And LC State wants a timeout with a 54-53 score. 3:11 left to go here in the third. LC State puts it in, and a chance at a three-point play. This one is up, and it is good. And LC State has built themselves a two-point lead. Peoples to McGree. McGree around the horn, back over to Peoples. Peoples thinking about the three, shot clock down to 12. She'll take it after a pump fake. Williams has it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Montana Tech. Long three put up. That one's off the mark. The Warriors grab the rebound. Souvenir backs down her defender. They kick it out for three. It's off the mark. Back out left-hand side to Haley Turner. The shot is up, and a good finish there by Delaney Henry. Long three, and Mesa Williams will have three throws. Two more free throws coming for Williams. (58-54). Williams the line for the last one. That one is off the mark, and Peoples will pick up the foul. And a travel against LC State. And a travel against Montana Tech. Coming over the top. Souvenir in the lane. Goes to drop off the pass. It's ticked away, and a jump ball is the call. Kaylin Coverdell and Shea Potter back in the contest. Potter keeps it alive, but she jumped forward and traveled with it. Montana Tech finds themselves down 4 with 1:25 left to play here in the third on a Friday night here in Butte. Berland with it. She'll hand off. Back to Delaney Henry. Souvenir for three. This one's up and off the mark. Rebound tracked down by Shea Potter. Landeck be trapped. Get out of it easy to Kaylin Coverdell. Coverdell to Coverdell. Now over to Crawford. Extra pass over to Landeck, and she hit. Landeck's got 22 for Montana Tech, and they trail by one, 58-57. Souvenir, a runner, off the mark. She comes down with her own offensive rebound, gets it inside, double pumps, loses track of the basketball, and Coverdell will have it. She hands off to Crawford. The shot clock is turned off. Coach Shannon wisely calls for one shot and one shot only. Be surprised if they didn't get to Landeck here, as she is cooking. Landeck trying to throw the pass. It's batted away. She'll rise up from way downtown, in and out, and that'll be the end of 3 quarters. 58-57, Montana Tech trailing LC State by 1. Ten minutes left to go in this one. LC State with the ball down in the corner. That's Henry with it. The Warriors still trying to post up. Shot clock down to 8. Henry working against Crawford. She'll go in, put the shot up. It's off the mark. Tipped around. Ends up back in the hands of LC State. And that's Haley Turner, who's able to finish. Williams set to check in for Montana Tech at the next dead ball. Ball over left-hand side. Driving down is Kaylin Coverdell. Drops it off to Zard, to Crawford for 3. That one's in. Haley Crawford hits a 3, and the Diggers are all tied up with LC State, 60-60. Kick out, extra pass for LC State, and they don't miss those. Haley Turner, the junior out of Richland, Washington, scoring that one well. Crawford, another one. Back-to-back triples. The freshman from each wing ties it up both times, 63-63 on the inside. The layup runner, it's off the mark. We got a foul. It'll be on the floor. LC State will throw it. Well past the three-point line, hand it back to Souvenir. They go under the screen. Back over to Turner. Turner. They'll survey the landscape. Drop it over into the high post. Inside out. A jumper for LC State, and Crawford comes away with it. Zard. Long kick out to Landek. That one's long. Rebound comes down to Zard again. The up and under move off glass, no good. And the Diggers missed a tough one. Souvenir working against Crawford. That one short. It's a really good freshman on freshman matchup. Inside, a foul against LC State. Williams down in the corner in a dangerous spot. Picks up her dribble, and Souvenir gets the steal. Travel. Might have been missed there. Blackman off glass. That one's no good, and Henry cleans it up. Landek in the lane. That one doesn't go, but she'll have 2 free throws coming. On the inside, and Potter will get called for the holding foul. Potter picks up her third, her second and third coming right after one another. Blackman makes that one. That one is good. And an illegal screen against Shea Potter. That'll be her 4th foul. That's the team 4th with 6:21 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Ball in the hands of Turner. Turner from 15. That one was blocked. It'll be lost out of bounds. It'll be Montana Tech basketball. Peoples, left-hand side. She throws it in the high post. It's Kaylin Coverdell, kick it out. Williams, that one short, off the side of the iron, and it's 67-65, LC State leading by 2. And a quick foul against Montana Tech, and we'll be shooting some free throws down on this end. Souvenir makes the first. And that one is good. Sparks beating the trap, and she carried it. On the right-hand side. LC State with 5:15 remaining, leading by 4. 69-65. The Warriors holding the ball high above their head. Shot clock winding down. Henry got tricked, but Blackman puts the bucket in. We got a chance at a three-point play. And a three-point play is completed by LC State. Sparks beat the pressure, and a timeout called by Montana Tech. With 4:55 remaining, it's 72-65, LC State leading by 7. The Diggers get the ball back. Driving in, jumper by Landeck. That one's off. Rebound kept alive by Montana Tech. Peoples to Sparks. Sparks in the lane. Goes up with the body. It's not there. Rebound down to the Warriors. On the inside, a foul, and Blackman will go to the line to shoot 2. Blackman misses the first. So Tech trails 73-65. It's an 8-point deficit for the Diggers with 4 minutes and about 8 seconds left to play. People, the triple. One's a little long, rebound down to Landeck. Landeck, she'll put it back up quickly. That one's off the mark. Rebound down to Zard, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. And Zard goes 2 of 2, making a 6-point game. Souvenir over to Turner. Turner will throw to Henry. Henry back over the top to Souvenir. Ball tipped around, and it's going to stay with LC State. LC State throws it in at the last second. And Blackman scores on the inbound play. And a good finish there by Zard. A nice 1-2 punch for Coach Carly Sannon. She's able to swap posts whenever they get in foul trouble. On the far side. Driving down, Souvenir, the shot is up, it's off the mark, rebound comes down to Blackman, and she will go to the free throw line. And Blackman goes 1 of 2. The Diggers get the rebound. Crawford with a dangerous little exchange there. Peoples to Landeck. Landeck for 3. That one's in. Tough to stop Landeck. And the Diggers are getting into it. It's a 3-point game. 75-72, 2 minutes left. Johnson with it. The senior out of Kashmir, Washington, will kick it out, and a long 3 buried by LC State's LaHaley Turner. Landeck flashes across the lane. Peoples was wide open, but she decided to pass it back to Landeck. Landeck in the lane, off glass. Boy, and Landeck starting to fill it up for the Diggers. She's got 29 by my count. 78-74, LC State, the 4-point advantage. 1:19 left. They drive in. And a timeout called by Coach Brian Orr with 1:13 left and 10 on the shot clock. And LC leading by 4. LC State with the inbound. 10 seconds left to go in the shot clock. A minute 13 left to go in the contest. Warriors get it into the hands of Souvenir. Move towards the lane as Johnson will penetrate, kick it back out. On the inside, the up and in move is good for Brittany Tackett. Crawford to Peoples, to Landeck. Landeck off glass, she's got 31. And the Diggers call timeout with 50.2 seconds left. It's 80-76, LC State leading by 4. A Friday evening in Butte and a good women's game to kick off the night. 80-76 your score. LC State leading by 4. They will toss it in to Souvenir. Souvenir getting pressured. Now it's in the hands of Johnson. Johnson. They'll get picked up in the half court. There's a 20-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Game clock at 35, shot clock at 15. Johnson dribbling it down, shot clock down to 5. She'll look to drive. They give a little head and shoulders fake, and they're able to score it. That's Brittany Tackett. Landeck working against Johnson. She'll fire the 3. That one's off. Rebound tipped around. It'll be LC State basketball. And Crawford will pick up the foul with 7.2 seconds left. LC State will hang on for this one. And that one is off the mark with 7 seconds left. They'll throw it ahead to Crawford. Crawford, 2, 1, and that'll do it for the contest. 83-76 is going to be your final, as Montana Tech will lose another tough one. The Diggers fall to 3-9 in conference play and 13-11 overall. Western picks up their, LC State picks up their 5th league win. They are 5-6 in Frontier and 14-8 overall. 83-76 your final. Let's run through the scoring. Landeck finishes with 29-5. She was 11 for 20 from the floor. 12 of 21 from the floor. 5 of 11 from 3. Had 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Haley Crawford had 10. Shea Potter had 6. Kaylee Zard had 4. Mace Williams had 8. Kaylin Coverdale had 7. 3 for Molly Peoples, 2 for Courtney Coverdale and Bailey Armbruster, and Hannah Sparks had 3 points. The Diggers finished the game shooting 44% from the field, 10 of 26 from downtown, but they're out-rebounded 40-29. And they forced LC State into 16 turnovers. So 83-76 your final. We got a men's game coming up in 19 and a half minutes. We hope you join us for that one.